In last week's episode, the women tackled dreadlocks, a series of multiple beaver dams along a narrow corridor before finally reaching Mozhabong Lake. Then they continue west, finding signs of an old portage that they follow as best they can, while working hard on clearing it, including big trees that stand in their way. So that's the entrance, long portage into Mozhabong. And we just finished the portage. We're heading over, might see the other canoe over there, to that point. We're going to take a well-deserved, very, very late lunch. Hey, Bo?
Yes. May actually be dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's 5:15. We decided we're not going to continue to the next portage. It's just too late. And we didn't really take another break. We just had a quick snack, and then we're now looking for a campsite. So we're going to kind of go closer to where the next portage is. But this lake is absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. I can't believe how pretty it is. But yeah, we're just taking our time trying to find a campsite, and we're going to call it an early evening, and then we'll start again tomorrow.
Did they check out this one ahead of us?
I thought so. I thought she said it was a no-go, right?
But it looks pretty big.
But I don't think she checked out any. I thought they went over there. So we're looking for some campsites, and this is so pretty. There's this little creek that runs down here and off this rock shoreline into the lake. You can see it's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. With no luck, I decided to check up high for a campsite and lucked out on finding something suitable. Other than water access, it ended up being a great site with a nice view of the lake, which we named Water Ferry Point. So Karen, what's on the supper menu tonight?
Like a meat creation.
A meat
Sauce? Pasta
sauce?
and meat sauce?
Okay.
I
So-
made basically a meatloaf and then dehydrated it.
Okay.
So it's like a tomatoey meat.
Okay. Looks good, and I love like pasta dishes with meat sauce, so I'm looking forward to it. Seeing that we
Leave it
missed
there, I'll
eating
cut
lunch today.
And then we'll... So many others have lived there a whole life and just have no plan on leaving them.
Well, yeah, it does hurt.
I mean, if I could have the job and move to the north, I would
yeah.
definitely do more too.
If I let them just relax for a day, then they'd be fine.
I know.
But
There won't be any relax.
no.
I got the badass bowl of the trip.
Just
Tre Stella.
one leg of your chair is not hitting the ground.
I was wondering. Okay, thanks.
Flipped over.
I just go rolling into the lake.
Yeah.
Food in one hand.
Hold the food up so you don't lose it. So we're clearing out a couple more yet?
Yeah, so if in that falls area,
Okay,
we'll be moving up that
Just,
way to the
okay.
next lake.
okay,
That one should be pretty short. It's like about 300 meters.
okay.
Just
But-
literally, we can walk.
See, the thing is, that portage that we did, because we were following the trail,
Right,
it wasn't very straight. Now, mind you, we might not have been able to,
yeah,
depending on the terrain, but we would try to make things more like straightforward to minimize the distance.
yeah. So is the neck lake have a name?
Parsley in here, right?
No,
Not
No?
none of
cilantro?
these have names. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, eh?
What's that? Spinach?
Spinach.
So well, like where I'm from too. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
hidden little gems everywhere.
Yep.
Too late now.
A lot of them that do have names. Like
allergic?
there were just a lot of little ones. I
has no-
try to
been
snowshoe
known
into
to
as many
have
as
a-
I can
Nice.
in the winter. So
Yeah, yeah.
my son does a lot of ice fishing
Because
too.
it's
So
nothing that I-
and my older daughter, so they've been to some of them, and so I just or I just find out where have
Are you going back for
the book there, the stack book.
It was another great night. Supper was delicious and filling, and the view spectacular as the light slowly faded around us. As the temperature began to drop, we donned our warm jackets and toque and spent another memorable evening huddled around the campfire, staying warm with hot drinks and laughter.
Just behind the tents. Watch you don't slip on that moss.
the old PJs?
I'll link her there somewhere. Yeah. You could probably just go over there. You could just go over there. Just
Not going. Just behind.
the bacon pumpkin spice.
Right.
They actually issue sleeping bags. Part of your kit when
Really?
when you're hired in Hamilton is you get a sleeping bag.
You're crazy.
Good morning, water fairies. Morning! So morning, everyone. It is the same time like every other morning.
You didn't pack a tent.
Yeah.
Pack nothing up.
Yeah.
The campsite.
So we are heading over to a creek that flows into this lake, and that's where we're going to start our portage today. Good morning. We are about to start our little journey today. We decided to leave our camp where we set up last night, which we've now given the name of Water Ferry Point. And we're heading over that way. You can see the other canoes over there. And we're going to start our next portage, which is about 300 meters to the next lake. So this is...
Pain and suffering.
So we're here on a 300-meter portage, and it's probably the gnarliest terrain that we're experiencing. There are lots of big rises, big boulders, and thick forest that we're dealing with. So it's definitely going to be more than 300 meters. But we're just trying to find the best way through, so it's going to be a little challenging. So you can see the gorge, and you can see the water underneath.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. And you'll step right over.
Ah, no, take a little
okay.
seat. I'd rather be like dry.
Yeah, much as I can. But you want them loose, right? Over
Yeah.
stuff, but and there's that fine line.
So we finally got to the lake. We definitely went off course just because the terrain was so gnarly. But here we are. We're gonna head back this way. Woo! Look at that. We So what we'll do is walk over there, leave our stuff there, and then we'll figure if maybe we could try the other side. And that's where that creek goes.
That's the creek there.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Welcome to the lake. So let's walk over there, and then we could try the other side. Hopefully it's better, and make our way down. We had overshot our exit by a big margin, so we headed back to the bottleneck in the creek to cross over. This way we could scout out the other side and see if the terrain was more ideal for creating a portage. When I saw through the forest, I thought it was sand. Just slightly wet foot.
That's the challenge, to not get
Yeah.
One day we crossed 17 beaver dams.
Actually, the last person to probably get the wet foot because everyone keeps walking, it's crushing. Yeah. The question is, where did he bring it up from? Anyhow, we're bushwhacking to the creek that's over there. That's where we're gonna land the canoe, but we just saw an abandoned aluminum boat. It's got moss growing on it, so it hasn't been used in who knows how long. Okay.
Finding the boat was our first clue, but the terrain was already much better than the other side, so we decided to proceed making a trail down to the lake from here. But more importantly, we discovered something even more exciting.
So we unexpectedly came across this weird blaze. It's huge on this tree and abnormally sized, really, if you think about it. Here's my hand, and you can see how big it is. But I would have thought it was natural, but if you look closely, there are notches from tools. So this is definitely not a natural cause. Now the question is, why is it here? I don't know, because it's thick as hell here. You can see here, it's just pretty bushy. Okay, we got Bo here, deep in the bush, and Bo's gonna show us something pretty cool.
We just found another tree with a couple blazes.
Look
so
at
we're
that.
Definitely on the right track.
Yeah.
So are we gonna cut through here, folks, or are we were looking at going left, but
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think? Are we gonna follow the blazes?
Trees, I would say. The smallest
smaller trees, yeah.
Smaller
So this is
trees,
cool.
yeah.
This blaze has been here a long time. You could tell because it's grown over and it's deep. And we've saw other blazes that are pretty flush to the bark, but this has been here a long time. And this is not very far from the big one that's just around the corner that I just showed you a video of. So that's pretty cool.
I see more
More blazes?
right there.
Whoa, really? Where?
Yeah, on that dead tree.
The old one.
Yeah.
Holy!
Yeah, look at that.
We're in business.
So this is now our third blaze that we've seen. This one's on a dead tree, but evidently can tell it's a blaze. So we're going to continue this way. Hopefully we'll see some more, but who knows? It's a pretty thick and pretty rugged forest here. So we just misplaced a pruner. Just looking for it. Maybe a little difficult to find. It's orange and black, but so we've come upon now our fourth blaze. You can see there's like a notch here. This one's not as pretty, but nonetheless, it's another blaze. And we're not going down this way, it's just a little too dense. So we're gonna make our way through there, down the hill. And apparently, Jen's found another one down there, so we'll go check it out. But yeah, we just diverted that way, came around this way, and we're gonna continue down. Technique we're employing, rolling carpets.
That's right.
So we're removing the moss and the lichen away just because it's like wet and super slippery. So the rock's slippery too, but it's not nearly as slippery as the moss. So we figure if we clear it, it'll be safer to get up and down. Look at that. There we go. Nice.
Well, it could. Either way.
Go up.
Really slippery.
Whatever has less resistance, really, just the forest or down that way.
Just get a good footing, Bo.
But you're going uphill, right? Too. It's going to be more effort.
Downhill, you got at least the
Yeah.
gravity to help you a little bit.
So pick and choose.
Okay, what do you guys think?
Where are we going? Are we going down or up? Who's down?
And David, look out, just in case.
So, if we go up, the one benefit is that we'll be able to continue carrying it there. But
But you're also gonna slip. You can slip going up too, right?
Yeah, that's
Like it's more
Going
effort going
down as
up.
well.
Yeah, let's go up. So we're going up?
Change your mind.
I
Yeah?
second it up.
okay.
This is not
Hold
that
on,
bad.
let me.
Do you want help up there, Bill?
I can't even get up on my
Careful, careful.
Alright, hold on. Okay, wait.
You can't pass it here though.
1, 2, 3.
Wait,
Oh, no,
Wait,
ready?
there's
Let's
if you're
just-
passing it, there's a lot of branches here at the end that are in the way.
Alrighty.
Oh, just stop for a sec.
Stop for a sec. Slippery there.
Down.
Down. Yeah,
Alright.
we're gonna get caught on this tree here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, just wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, turn on yourself.
All right. Happening.
1, is that the farm? No, not
No,
yet.
we gotta go a bit farther.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
That's probably good.
One more.
One more?
Wait.
I'm ready.
Okay.
And
1, 2,
go.
3. That might be it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's good.
With the trail finally cut, following along most of the original route, it was time to portage the canoes to the top.
We made it! We are part of it. New York, New York. I assume I am spinning.
You gotta go another step forward before you can spin. We'll make it there. We'll make it.
Anyway.
Yeah, you good?
David, the big, the big blue blaze.
Try to stick to the bear rock.
Oh, it's falling off my shoulder.
You wanna readjust?
Yeah. Maybe, can you hold it up and maybe I'll pick my pants off?
Just sit her down. I'm gonna put it on my shoulder so as soon as you hop out, you want to just hop right out. Then I can put it right here.
I'll take my pack off because it's slipping off
Okay.
my shoulder.
The yoke looks, the yoke kind of looks like it shifted too, which probably
Is that maybe?
didn't help.
Once the portage was completed, we paddled out into another unnamed lake. Unfortunately, there wasn't much footage at this point, as the rain came down harder and the wind whipped up on the open water. But as we paddled out, we had to make a decision.
Nailed it.
Do we go west this way? Or paddle north and back around south to the next portage? This route would necessitate one long portage, rather than a series of smaller ones through a chain of lakes. We decided to go north, but got bogged down in the creek between the lakes.
What are you guys doing over there?
I wanted to make sure that Bojana's sock got wet again.
Wet.
So we are just going down this tight little creek to the other side of this lake. And because they've got Kevlar canoes, they're just dragging over to the water. You see the water right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's turns are tight,
yeah.
which you might not be able to get the canoe through. But it just looks like it's gonna get tighter.
Yeah, that's
So I'm just about to tell Leanne that it might be better to just drag it all the way to the back.
hey, it's up to you guys. Figure out whichever way is the best. But we're gonna wind through the creek and see how it goes.
Sounds good.
All right.
What do you want to do?
I think go through the creek.
I'm down.
You want to just walk? I'll see if I can pull it over.
Sure.
And then we can get him back over here. Actually, do we have a saw?
Do we have a saw? Yeah.
Because if I saw this, then it would be. Do you guys have a saw? Or just navigating this narrow, shallow creek. It's got a lot of small logs, so we've been cutting and removing them so that when the next crew comes, or even when we come back, it'll be a lot easier to take the canoes down.
In the meantime, Jen and Leanne decided to bypass the creek and go straight as an arrow carrying the canoe, which isn't easy either.
Do you want another person to help?
No, it's okay.
You guys are.
Do you like it? For a little bit, but just because I've been portaging, my shoulders are a bit sore. So.
Oh, okay, so we're going through this narrow creek to get to the other side of the lake. We got this log in the way, and Bo. Oh.
Yeah,
You have to go like this.
Okay.
Cut. Did you have something to say to me?
I love you. Oh, you have that on. I'm just gonna stay here. This is the island of Bo.
Island.
I think Bo has an issue with.
Tree pose.
I'm getting delirious.
Tree pose. You can do it.
Okay, tree pose.
Yep.
This is for Leanne H,
Yep.
who I love via
Careful.
Facebook. If I
Yep.
die, wait,
Zen.
Lift one foot up.
I'm
moment.
getting there.
No, that's good enough. That's close.
Breathe. Oh, you go.
I don't know. You don't have a solid foot. There. That's it. Quick snaps there. That. Woo!
Okay, you gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Okay.
Let there be water again.
And if you find water, just put in.
How deep is that?
Not very deep.
I don't trust you. I said I saw you go take a step down, but it didn't look like it was that deep.
Nice. Nice going.
Unless I find it in a pocket.
I don't know where I found this piece of meat, but
There you go. Did you get one? Everybody want?
You just shriveled meat.
No, thanks, not right now.
it's pretty
Stiff.
good on a rainy day.
I have coconut. Anybody?
Big.
That's a yes to you.
The women are delirious. They're talking about meat.
Me sticks.
And she's jaundiced.
Get out of here.
Jeff's been drinking a lot.
So we are just at the end of the lake. And it's here where we've got a kilometer long portage. Now we won't have very much time to do much, but as you can see, it's kind of boggy. It's a floating bog mat. We're in a lowland, and there's a ridge way up on this side. So basically what we're going to do is follow the lowland with the ridge on our right, and then at some point we've got to turn hook back to the right and get access to a creek. We're definitely not going to make it with the amount of time we have, but we're going to walk it. We're going to take some cutting implements, some tape, and we're going to see how far we can get.
We walked the bog up to the edge of the tree line. There wasn't much cutting as it was fairly open, but we decided to stop here as it was getting late and we still needed to get back with the remaining light. But that's when things turned for the worse. Did I mention the women were going delirious? I first started to notice a peculiar behavior when I wanted to take a group photo. Then this.
Now, I don't know where the girls, this is where I'm in a bog, but I don't know, they all kind of ran off. I don't know where they are. Hey, lady. Oh. The hell? The zombie! Zombie attack! Run! They went feral on me.
Oh my god.
I think they had too many cherry balls.
Then, of course, when the sugar rush from the cherry balls ran out, they all flopped.
The end.
It's mutiny. They decided they don't want to cut a portage anymore. Bouquet of middle fingers. Man, what do I get to deserve this?
I meant, what did I do to deserve this? Looks like I was beginning to show signs too.
What's the most direct way?
That's the way we came.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Then it was back the way we came. Of course we can't forget the drag through the marsh and the narrow creek.
Okay, other side.
Hold on. I'm filming them for a second. We're not going to be in the race.
Then it was a mad dash paddling along the narrow lake to the portage we cut.
These women are out of control.
Once back at camp, we changed into our warm, dry clothes and got settled in for the night. It was still overcast and gray, but at least the rain had stopped. We were now all looking forward to supper and a fire.
So tonight, Leanne's up for supper, and she's starting us off with what? What are you starting us off with?
With hot crab and artichoke with chives dip.
Look at that.
And baguettes.
Mmm.
And then we've got sweet potato, chipotle sweet potatoes
Yeah.
with cinnamon.
Yep.
There'll be cinnamon after. And then we have pulled pork.
You see the fingers here?
Yes, on these little things. Fold it.
Nice.
Fold it things.
Nice.
Yes.
Can't wait for supper. We are starving.
That's good. It's almost ready. Okay, there's lots of this too. So it might be a bit sloppy.
Oh.
Perfect. Okay. All right. And then there's another one of those for you after too. Okay. All right.
With supper done, we all came together around the campfire. Besides talking about the day's events, these girls seemed to enjoy singing, much like the previous women's team. This was becoming more evident every day, especially around the campfire as they sang the night away.
And Ryan singing, this will be the day that I die.
Why don't you stop? Continue.
Bye, bye, Miss America.
She's getting her second win.
Good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die.
One more time.
I asked them
Yes.
for some happy news. I just smiled and turned away.
It was another great day out on the trail, despite the wet conditions and some of the challenges we faced. But we were elated to discover evidences of old blazes, which confirmed our advances along this lost canoe route. Unfortunately, Day 4 also marked our turnaround point, as we would now be turning back.
Wait a minute. Looks like glue.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That is the glue.
I shut him up for the rest of the trip. Here, pass that.
Yeah. Like we're sunflowers? Yeah.
You guys look like you're part of a cult.
The sun cult. Sun worshippers.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hop, 2, 3. Hop, 2, 3. Hop, 2, 3. Land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom-de-ada, boom-de-ada, boom-de-ada.